This was another one of those anomaly weekends again, where the Xfinity race was more exciting than the Cup race. Even if it was leech infested, and not even that bad of an infestation, but it was still like, the whole names are made here thing. Yeah, well, Kyle Busch leads all these laps, So many people's names are being made at the moment. My goodness. My goodness. But anyway, because you see, the difference between the Xfinity race and the Cup race is that there was actual entertainment up front. There were 2 green flag passes for the lead today. One came about 3 laps after a restart, and another came between 2 guys that had a difference of 30 laps on their tires. It's going to be really fucking hot in here. And that wind is why I'm not outside. So I'll try and keep this as short as possible so that we don't have the thing die anywhere. Yeah. And the difference between an Xfinity, so yeah, barely any action up front in Cup. Xfinity, the battles for the lead in Xfinity at New Hampshire. What? When did this even become a potential thing? Yeah, I'm sure VHT had a lot to do with that, and there were definitely a lot more lines at the start of the race. The only thing that I want to say that was an anomaly of this race in either weekend, besides the battles up front at Xfinity, was how Larson was able to make it up through the field so quickly at the start of the race, because New Hampshire is impossible to pass at, and we saw it at the end of the race, how hard it was to catch up to Hamlin at the end, despite probably having a better car. Let's get this thing to cool down quick again. I'm doing my best with what I got, guys. Anyway, yeah. Man, could you imagine how this would change if Ryan Preece won that race? Could you imagine, after his full season in the 0-1 car, how he gained a competent fan base? How so many people that I saw on Twitter were congratulating Ryan Preece after his top 10 run last year. And he gets a second place in New Hampshire in his first race back. And sure, New Hampshire, modified Central. It's probably, the best known track in the modifieds in the circuit entirely. But still, could you imagine what that could have done to his career? But no. Kyle Busch has to get his 89th win in the Xfinity Series. Yep. 0 of which, once again, came in his own equipment. So, yeah. Another utterly meaningless win for Kyle Busch. Potentially career-saving race for Ryan Preece. Nah, who needs it? Yeah, and the Cup race was boring. Don't even need to say anything else. None of the stages had any entertainment in them. The only thing good was the long green flag run once again, like at Sonoma, which saw tires come and go. That's the only interesting thing that happened all day, was seeing tires come and go in the long run at the end of the day. And then a caution came out, so none of that mattered. Danica got 13th, I think. She's getting there, guys. It only took 4 years, but we're getting there. That prediction's coming true, peeps. No, it's not happening, but it could not happen. Martinsville is potentially a place that I could see Danica winning. And I'm not even kidding right now. So that's kind of sad that we've gotten to this point in the sport. Next week, we got the worst race in the history of NASCAR is next week, guys. The worst race ever run is under a week away. I'm so excited to watch how fucking bad that race is going to be. But we have Eldora this Wednesday. Party time. Ken Schrader's going to be in a competitive ish car, more competitive than he's been in the past, and we've seen Bobby Pierce murder in a Mittler Brothers truck of all things, so you never know, we could see Ken Schrader in Victory Lane. Huh? Wouldn't that be some shit? I can't wait. Hopefully Corbin's there too. I miss Corbin. What happened to that thing on Twitter, buddy? Now we talked about in the live stream. I'm still waiting, man. I'm still waiting for a follow-up to that shit. So, 5 minutes, dude. There was just nothing to talk about today. Nothing happened. God, it was boring. Hamlin won. This is his 12th consecutive year of winning races every year. So, and his 30th career win. Guys, Denny Hamlin's the most underrated guy in NASCAR currently. And he has been for several years, as a matter of fact. Years. That's a word. That's a word now, guys. Congratulations. New vocabulary. Hey, I'm just making up words left and right here, people. But anyway, God, I can't wait for the worst race to ever happen. Oh, it's gonna suck, but Eldora's happening. Oh, so many good things. So many good things. So many terrible things, but also good things. Ryan Preece should have won that race. Truex almost won today's race, but they dropped the jack on the car. I think that had a lot to do with the problem they had. Good to see the Wix Filters number 78 Toyota for Furniture Row Racing up front. Always great to see new sponsor exposures and new sponsors in general on the 78. Come a long way since 2014. Leading the points, even if Larson had been docked points last week. I'm living the dream. Well, not really. Truex didn't win, so it's a nightmare of sorts, but it's, it's a blessing and a curse. Thanks for watching, and Logano's not going to make the chase. Woo! Fuck that guy. See you next time.